Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I want to be discussing two different types of graphics cards that I personally found out literally last night. So we have on the right, which is coming with the pre-built from the Digital Storm website and Digital Storm company themselves, is a blower cooling system. Then we have a fan cooling system, which this is just a random graphics card. This isn't a shout out to any particular companies that make graphics cards. This one is just a fan cooling system. So to start off, going back to the original one that came with this computer right here, this is what's known as a blower cooling system. So essentially, think of it as like a jet engine. How it sucks in air, creates power, the more RPM it spins, and gives it thrust. Well, this is pretty much like the same factor in experimental use. So what this means is that it's a one singular spinning fan, which in reality it's not exactly a fan because it's called a blower. So it's just a bunch of little blades that essentially is on a rotating disc. So what this means is that essentially this thing is meant to spin at a fast RPM, suck in as much air as possible to then cool off the GPU. Now the only problem with this is that the hotter this GPU gets, which since you guys know my GPU has been failing, the GPU can get between 87 and 89 degrees Celsius, which in turn is about 188 degrees Fahrenheit and roughly 210 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a huge difference in spike level, but it's in degrees Celsius and that's what they measure it in. I'm not a big fan of this. The only reason is because it gets loud the hotter it gets. It's the only one that comes standard and in bulk with the Digital Storm PC, so I don't know how it is with customizing a Digital Storm PC on their website at digitalstorm.com. But now we have a fan cooling system. So with this graphics card, obviously you see a fan cooling system. So pretty sure with any kind of graphics card nowadays, you can obtain a graphics card that has between 1 and 4 fans. Now a huge plus for fan cooling systems is that not only that they're quiet, but they provide a much better cooling system. Now the reason is because they're not just sucking in the air, they're creating such a high RPM to cool off the GPU. So personally, these are my favorite. Now personally, I wouldn't get just a one fan GPU. I would give a no less than probably 3. Now the reason being is because at 1, it's only spinning in one direction. At 2, you would have one fan spinning clockwise and the other one spinning counterclockwise. So if you get 3, you have 2 spinning the same direction, which is counterclockwise, and then one in the middle spinning clockwise. What this does, it creates a really safe and quiet cooling system for your GPU. And it's pretty much, I can say for most people maybe watching this video, that it's pretty much the most favorited type of graphics card cooling system that's on the market. Now from personal experience, I don't know which one would cool off faster, as in if the fan cooling system would cool off the GPU faster or the blower system would cool off the GPU faster. Now I would assume that the blowing cooling system would cool off the GPU faster, but this one would be quieter and a lot more safe, and it's more desirable to most of the PC consumers out there. Now just to give you guys a little bit of an example what I'm talking about is I'm gonna plug in my graphics card to my computer once again, turn the whole system on, and turn on a very heavily weighted game such as Call of Duty. I will show you guys from beginning to end of how loud this thing can get. I somehow managed to get this GPU blowing system to run at 100% at 80 degrees Celsius, which is again roughly 180 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it might be 188 degrees Fahrenheit. Either way, let's go ahead and plug this in. I saved this part specifically for you guys, alright? For those of you who have forgot, this graphics card has a blower cooling system, and this is sitting idle at 34 degrees Celsius, which is roughly about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. And the fan, as you probably can hear, is running at around 40%. So the way I have this blower system set up is that after it hits 50 degrees Celsius, it's at 50% fan capacity. So after that, once it hits 70 degrees Celsius, I have it at 80% capacity. So for the last one, once it hits 80 degrees Celsius, which is roughly 176 degrees Fahrenheit, I have it running full blast at 100% fan capacity. It's quite a bit of a difference. So guys, for the duration of this video, I'm not going to be able to get this to go 100% at fan capacity. Just know that it is loud. It's almost like you have a vacuum literally right by your ear. It is that loud. So if you can imagine that, then you're probably going to end up wanting to go with just the fan cooling system instead of the blower cooling system. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.